Okay, I hope you enjoyed that Porsche road test video, and if you didn't, go check it out because it was a lot of fun, and it's actually back to reality where I have junk to work on and I have to weld and get dirty and live under a car in a garage. That's the actuality of the thing. But I do get to step out into the fantasy land. It's pouring rain right now, but the temperature's great, and I'm going to show you how I have to break this down. We still have to put cooling in it. We still have to do a lot of patching on the floors, as I'm sure you've seen. So, yeah, ignore the noise and rain. I'll put some filler in there, and I'll show you what I got to do to get this exposed, put cooling in it, get the right size wheels and tires on it. This needs to be done in 1 week. I've got less than 7 days to turn this over. So, let's see if I can do it, man. One struggle I'm going to have for sure, first of all, this is the transmission dipstick, and I can actually move this. I can shorten it and put it right here and change the length of the dipstick to match what I removed so that it'll end up being accurate still. For example, if I take off 18 or 20 inches of it and I move the dipstick in, it's going to stick out 18 or 20 inches. So all I have to do is cut it and tack weld it together so that the overall measurement matches what I took out, and then that can be over there. Now, my next hurdle, I do have to trim this fender so it doesn't contact the coil, but my next hurdle is the air cleaner. I need to put a filter on here. You know, the bonnet is right there. I don't know how the flying hell I'm going to do that, but I wanted to just stick a cone filter out the side, but nobody liked that idea because it's technically a little too hillbilly for even the hillbillies. But I got to do something with it. So I'm thinking a really tight silicone 90. I'm going to bring it back around here and kind of point it up. Yeah, that's not really where you want it, but you know, I don't know what else to do with the damn thing. I'm kind of limited, as you can see. It's going to be bad enough getting a radiator in here. What I have to do to get a radiator in here is I'm going to have to mount it way down in, and the piping is going to come around, and I'm going to have a T with the filler neck. My phone's still going off. I'm going to have a T with the filler neck up high so that you're able to bleed it out. When you fill it, the filler has to be at the highest point. Normally a radiator is, and the cap is the highest point, and all the air comes out, and, you know, or you have those garbage GM front-wheel drive junk that you have to bleed in 10 places because it's crap. There's other motors that are like that, but you know me, I'm biased. Anyways, that's what I have to do is get that radiator way down in here, and I know what my space requirements are now. Honestly, there's a lot of room in here, you know, there really is. There's a lot of room in there. There's not going to be a lot of room above here, so it's all down there. I may look on Fleabay and see if I can get a radiator that goes sideways and get it down in there to catch more air, and then since I have to pipe it remotely anyway, what's the difference? So, but that needs to happen quick. My other big hurdle, I think, is just welding the floor, getting the floor in the interior. I got to put 1/4-inch Luan or Masonite to use as door cards, rear seat covers, the side panels I'm saying, and also the headliner. The headliner will work out of the Durango. I have to cut it and fit it. That's going to be a bit of work. So, I mean, lights, you know, and the wheels and tires. The wheels are going to be fine. I'm going to patina these, so that's not too bad, but I do need to find rubber, and you know me, I gotta find it on Craigslist. I gotta find them so I can get them used. I'm turning that phone off, for crying out loud. That thing is going off like a fire alarm. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm afraid to go look at it. Anyway, I gotta get to work. These are some big ass doors, aren't they? It will drive. I could literally drive it down the street right now. I don't recommend you do that since there's not a lot of body and there's no trunk and there's no lights and yeah. I had to drill a couple little holes in that muffler because it wasn't loud enough. I still don't think it's loud enough. It's a quiet, what do you call the damn thing? It's a quiet Flowmaster, so it doesn't really make a lot of noise. I prefer the American Thunder series. You know, I want a little bit more noise, but I had what I had on hand, and that's why I put it here. But yeah, this thing is cool. It's gonna go like stink. This 5.7 engine is, this particular one is an EGR vehicle, exhaust gas return system vehicle, and what I wanted to do was basically eliminate this EGR tube that puts exhaust gas back into the intake, and I wanted to eliminate it because it hits this fender. So what I did was I capped off where it goes in, that's fine, and I left it plugged in, and it still threw a code. It knows that the pressure isn't right, or the gases aren't right, or whatever it knows. So what I figured though while I capped it is it's the same size as 1/2-inch copper, like plumbing copper. So I'm actually going to braze right to this tubing, which comes out, and I'll make a fitting, and I'll design this. I'll use one end of it, bolt the EGR back onto the motor, and still even use this heat shield and reroute it and bring it up. So not only am I rerouting the dipstick, but I'm rerouting the EGR tube. So in a minute, hopefully you'll be able to see that. Hang on a second. I just bent this back up, cut it off, measured this, not from here to here, but around the curve to see what the total developed length of the piece I took off. Then I came over here, I measured what the original length was, I deducted what I needed to take off, I cut it, and used a piece of what I cut off. I'm going to sandwich these together, get the measurement exactly right by clamping it, and then I'm just going to put a dot of weld on there, and this dipstick will be the accurate length to measure fluid. That's how I'm doing that. Okay, the radiator is in, it's plumbed. I'm still plumbing the heat unit, which is the rear air from the Durango. That'll go under the dash just like all the other Hemi swaps. We'll get that in there in a minute. Right now I was working on the hood latch, which is now you pull the cable inside just like a normal car. I still have to do the hinges. This radiator sticks down like a sore thumb right now. It's not the one that's going to stay in it. It's just the one I'm going to use to deliver this thing. They need it sooner than expected, so I have to get it out of here. So for right now, and the bumper will cover most of it, but that's not right and it's not staying. But drive and to test run and everything, that's the radiator that's going in it. So here's the 1/2-inch copper that I ran into the cabin, and this is a magnetic beer holder which comes in handy after 8 p.m. Here's the unit piped in before I put clamps, and you get a sense of what it's going to take. Now take a look at that. At night it's real easy to see. Alright, I'm not going to lie, it's been a long day. I'm really tired. It's running, I'm trying to bring it up to temperature, but I have all day again tomorrow, so keep watching this video because it ain't over, man. The lights behind the dash, that's pretty cool, yeah? Yeah. So, alright, keep watching. Once again, through the magic of the internet, we begin another long day. I know a few seconds ago it was just a really long night. Well, whatever, here we go again. It's 7:15-ish in the morning, and I have a lot of work to do, so keep watching. It's shaping up to be a very nice day today, very mild temperature, and what I like to do before I embark on a very long day is pull the car out and clean this mess and get set for the next few items on my list. So I need to charge the camera and clean this mess before I get started.
Boy, did you see those front wheels spin? I know I did. Look how much work there is yet to do. Around the wheel wells, the headliner. Oh, there's a ton. We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Step 1. Clean up the area, remove old rusty metal, prepare for the new piece. Over on the other side, same thing. We'll cut this out. This is no good. Careful sharp edges. This is a dash panel from the Durango, and honestly it looks like a parcel shelf. I trimmed it up a little bit, and that's what I'm going to use it for. So anyways, the goal for today was to get that floor all patched, but as you can see, another 12 hours has gone by, and I'm closer. The trunk's on, the rear bumper, the exhaust. I have it all trimmed and ready to make the pieces. Still have to anchor the front end and put its front bumper on. The lights, of course. Carpet, which just flops down. Basically, there's not a whole lot left, but I'm going to have to call this one for tonight. So I'm actually off and able to work on this again tomorrow. That'll be the third long day in a row, but let's see how much I get done tomorrow morning. See ya in 8 or 10 hours.
And you can see there's a lot of patching that has been done. Then I gave it a lick of paint because I have like 20 half cans of spray paint. And I used it up on this one, let me tell you. Well, it's 9:15 Monday night. Do I think I'm going to make the completion deadline of Tuesday, which is tomorrow? No, I have to buy some stuff. It's not going to happen. But we did get a lot done, and it should fire up on the key. Cool. Listen to this. Hear the injectors ticking. That's good. Sounds awesome. I've just got to make a few repairs to this front bumper, get it mounted, and I can do the hood hinges. But you need to see, this thing's almost done. The interior is not quite ready, but yeah, check it out. You really can't complain when you hit the key. And you're able to see the gauges at night. It's tough during the day, but that doesn't matter. Who cares? This thing's getting closer, and you can see when you tidy up all the loose ends, it's going to be one bad little thing, you know? It is a Chevy on the outside, but underneath it's all Hemi. And I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of positive reactions to this thing. So stay tuned. Cool, man. Cool. It is the Hemi Deranged. Sounds awesome, and it is deranged. Right there is where I'm going to have to leave it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Keep watching. She ain't done yet.